Yes, you are in the right place. Yes, I know it doesn't look like a surgeon's office, but it is. Yeah, unfortunately, due to some recent, it's inflation with the government, I had to cut some costs on my office. So, it was either keep the operating room or keep the office, and, I kind of picked and chose. So, I'm the secretary and the surgeon at the same time. Yes, so yeah, I apologize about the lighting. That was also something that had to go in the financial cuts. So now I just have a lamp because that's the cheapest thing to run. Yes, well, it's the sacrifices we make for our patients, right? Of course. Well, how can I help you today? What are you here for? Do you have an appointment? Consultation, okay. I also couldn't afford the MacBook, so. Okay, can I just get a name? Okay. Okay, and then can I just confirm your phone number? Okay, 707-4198. Okay, perfect. Yes, okay. And then can I just confirm your date of birth? Okay. Okay, perfect. And you're here for a consultation. Okay. So, what are you here specifically for? Is this a BBL? That's very popular right now. I've been doing a ton of those. Okay. You're looking into a nose job. Okay. And is that for any specific reason or just cosmetic reasons? Okay. Cosmetic, but you do also have a deviated septum. Okay. Well, looking at you, I actually feel like there's probably more problems that we could fix on your face, and if you're already under, you might as well. Yeah, you know what I mean? You're not gonna just fix one problem and leave the other ones. So, I have this little face chart. And I'm just gonna go over with you some of the procedures that I personally would recommend. We'll talk about pricing, everything. I can do a package deal depending on how you feel, which procedures you choose. I'll just start by measuring your face. Alright, so I'm going to measure the bridge of your nose, your nostrils, as well as the space in between your nostrils, the space from your lip to the top of your lip to the bottom of your nose, the size of your lips across, the size of your lips from the side of your face, the bottom of your lips to the top of your chin, the top of your eyelid to the top of your hairline, corner of your eye to the corner of your face, the width of your eye as well. I'm also going to measure your eye flap because you seem to have quite a bit of it, so we'll measure that. And then we'll also measure how fat your cheeks are, which, looking from here, is pretty substantial. And then I'll measure the circumference of your face as well. Oh, and the size of your forehead as well. Yeah, I think that gives me all the measurements that I would need. Okay, perfect. So, try to just stay still. Is there a difference between centimeters and inches? I'm gonna do centimeters because the numbers, it's not as big. Yeah, we're gonna do that. fix that. That's disgusting. Okay, sorry. I think Venus is in retrograde or like whatever. So my personality is just all over the place. Yeah, I'm gonna measure how fat your cheek is. So, wow. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, 13 centimeters. Jesus Christ. I could also, yeah, you might need to do some mewing. That's probably what I would look into, in my humble opinion. Just don't do any of that stupid crap where you like break your jaw with a hammer. I can just do that for you. Yeah, it's not as dangerous. Okay, bridge of your nose. Okay, 7 centimeters. No, that's actually not bad at all, which is a good thing because the rest of your face is a little bit concerning. Okay, your whole eye across is about 5.5. And I'm just gonna guess that both are the same. Okay, the little flap above your eye though, that seems like it's drooping too much, so I'm just gonna pull on it. Yeah, that'll hurt a little bit. Wow, Jesus. Okay, 3.5 centimeters. I can chop that all away. Yeah, just get rid of it. Yeah. You can even take it home with you, like those people that make cake pops out of their placentas if you really want to. I mean, I don't think that's like against the law. And if like, I think it's fine. Yeah, I could send it home with you. We'll talk about that. Sorry, I'm just getting ahead of myself. Okay. Corner of your eye to the corner of your face. Yeah, 6 centimeters, about what you would expect. Top of the eye to the top of to the bottom of the hairline. Okay, so you do have a pretty big, it's about 6 centimeters, so a 6 head. You know, it could be worse. A lot of people, I had one girl come in, 9 centimeters. It was ginormous. Anyways, sorry. Measure your forehead across. Okay, about 15. Okay, perfect. And that gives me, oh, sorry, I need to measure across your nose. I apologize for that. Okay, about 4.5 centimeters. Okay, perfect. Okay, I have all the measurements I need. And now I need to think, what would I give you? Let's see. Okay, so you're in for the nose job. Now, what is bothering you about your nose in particular? How wide the nose bridge is? Okay. Okay, and you would like it to be more button-nosed. Okay. You're fine with the length of the bridge of the nose. Okay, so you don't want to change like the space in between your lips or okay. So you want to keep this area the same. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I can bring in the sides of your nostrils, and that's a procedure that's literally super easy. I think it takes like 5 days to heal from, super quick. But obviously with the rest of your nose done, and if you get other procedures done to your face, then it would be a little bit different, right? Yes. Okay, so Okay. So let me explain your nose and what would happen here. So I would do the sides of the nostrils just with some stitches, and I would just bring it in. That's super easy. And then for the bridge of the nose, across the bridge of the nose, I would just do incisions on either side. Cut out a piece of skin like this, going this way, and then snatch it back together and sew that closed. Does that? Here, let me snatch that crap together and stitch it shut, and then it'll make it more snatched. And then for the button nose, that I just stitch up so that it pulls your nose up. Yeah. And I can hide the stitches from this into the incisions on the side, so that way this will kind of give you natural contour as well, because it's where the incisions will be. So like that's where you would place your contour, or where you should be placing your contour, because I wouldn't leave the house without my nose contoured if I looked like you, but to each their own. So that's what I would recommend there. Now, you know, the nose. Let's see. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you what I would recommend. Let me just do some. Okay, I'm just gonna do some little things here and then I will get back to you. Yeah, here, this would have to go. Okay. Alright, so this is what I would recommend personally. So I'm going to start off at the top. I would recommend that you shrink your forehead, and I just do this by cutting a flap across, removing that skin, and then stitching it to the bottom of the hairline, and that way the incision and the stitches, they kind of blend into where the hairline is. So that way you won't have any, unappealing, unattractive scars left over. It'll blend in with the bottom of your hairline really nicely. Now, I also included the cat eye procedure because that one's super simple. I literally just yank the eyes up, make it fox eye, cute. Everyone's doing it. And, you don't want to be the only one at the brunch table with droopy eyes, right? So I can snatch that right up. And then I would also remove the extra skin from your eyelids. That's also super easy. And like I said, I'm pretty sure you can take it home with you. So I could get that in like a little jar. You look like the type. And then I was thinking, your eyes actually seem like they're probably farther apart than they should be. So I could make an incision in the middle and like tighten the area in between to force them closer together. Apologize, it's late. Yeah, I know, right? What surgeon's office is open until 11? I know, you're welcome. Anyways, and then this is obviously just your nose job. And then I would snatch the skin on the apple of your cheeks, just making an incision, cutting this out, and then boom, stitching it shut, making that really tight. On the other side, I would do buccal fat removal on both sides. is some new injections that shrink your lips, and I could give you these while you're under anesthesia, just because I feel like your lips are not proportionate to the rest of your face. I don't know if it's lip filler that you have, but you look ridiculous, so I could fix that for you. And then I was thinking your chin is too small for your face, so I could do some injections while you're under as well to elongate it, so that, but not Natalie Nunn style, you know, like something reasonable, so that you have a more proportionate shape to your face, because you look crazy right now, girl. So I think that this is what I would recommend personally. This is what I would do. What are we thinking? Yeah, so you do have to decide today, or else I'll block you on everything. Yeah, I take this very seriously. You know, I've had too many customers back out and, clients back out and not go through with it. And, you know, it hurts me really badly. So I need to know that you're in it. Okay. Yes, amazing. Thank you. I'm glad that you're taking this seriously, because that's truly what it is. So, what are you interested in doing from here? Okay. I will just write it down so that I can give you a price as well. Okay, so we want the nose job. Also, when I tell you these prices, I need you to remember that this is done in the highest quality surgical center ever. You know, I don't do them here. This is my mom's basement. I'm just using it as the office currently. Office spaces are crazy expensive, but, you know, take into account that these are professional and I keep you safe the whole time, so that's the price, you know. Anyways, okay. We're interested in the buccal fat removal. Thank God. If I were you, I'd just do everything. You know what? I can actually give you a quote for everything together. Would that interest you? Okay, I'm gonna give you a quote for everything together, and then what else do we have here? I gave you a lot, but there was a lot to fix. Okay, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, okay. So this is, and mind you, we have payment plans. Yeah, and I do accept Temu gifts as payment as well. So I'll just send you my link and you can do it for me. Yeah, I'm so close. I need I think 2 more coins or something like that. Anyways, sorry. Mind you, this is like a full surgery, because you don't want to keep going back to get these things done. You're just gonna always be in recovery. That's stupid. Okay, let me add this up together. Sorry, I'm really bad at math. Plus 6, 31. 35. What is that? 1400. So that's okay. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, for 9 procedures, I can do it for $36,400. So that's the price of a nose job at any other office. So I want you to take that into account when you make your decision. That's for all 9. Yeah. We do payment plans. You have 4 years to pay off the surgery. Yeah, so from this, I would require a down payment of 8,000. Yes, and then we would talk about a payment plan depending on, what your possibility to pay that off looks like. But you would probably be looking at around 500 a month, 300. Like I said, I don't know how to do math and I can't afford a calculator, so you can do that after. And I'll send you an email with all of this. Okay, so are we interested in doing online? We are. Amazing. Perfect. Now, I do offer a BBL service for only 13,000. So very, very, very cheap if you ever wanted to add that on. No? Okay, maybe another day. I would consider it if I were you. Yeah, so perfect. So 36,400. Okay, I'll send this over to your email later, and I will also fax it over to your primary care doctor just so he can follow up with medications afterwards, and we can talk about booking the actual date at a later time once we figure out what your payments will look like. Yeah, perfect. Well, I think this was amazing. I think this is the best course of action for you. I am looking forward to working with you. Yes, amazing. I can't wait. Perfect. I'm so happy I could help you today. Yes. Yeah, sorry. I need to clean the cigarette butts off of the stairs, but just ignore them on your way out. Yeah, I'm sorry. My parents, they